All right, y'all. All right, so right now we got DSP going crazy because he didn't get his Switch 2. And he's blaming everybody but himself. Well, he did take a little accountability, but we'll get into that part. But before we get into today's stream, let's look at what happened last night. Look how excited he is to order a Switch 2. This right here, this is the face of a man who's excited to play video games. He's so excited. He can't wait to order this Switch 2. He does not look grumpy by any means. Last night, why did Phil decide to show his receipt? Let's see.
But looks like I'm getting it from Walmart. Good shit. All right, you guys ready? We're going to continue with the Lego build now. Now, Firefighter over on Kick said they were going to do a 20 sub bomb if I got the Switch 2. I got it. I got it. Do you want me to show you?
Okay. Show us, Phil. This guy's not even asking for the receipt, okay? And Phil could easily block out the important details. Address, order number, like whatever. Just screen cap it, but he doesn't know how to do all that because he's not tech savvy.
Here it is. All right, I can show you quickly. Ready? Well, just ignore me in the corner looking like an idiot. So here it is from Walmart.com, delivery.
Well, you don't look like an idiot because you're in the corner. You look like an idiot because, one, you just leaked your address that you were complaining about people doxing you, but you doxed yourself. Anyway, everybody already knew your address.
Pre-order date, my address, there it is, the Switch 2, order total, blah, blah, blah. I got it. Okay? 100% confirmed. There you go, guys.
Also, look at his email setup over here. Isn't that weird to anyone else? He's got 65 drafts, 3,000 junk emails. What are you looking at to get 3,000 junk emails, bro? All right. We got the order number here up top. We got Phil's name. We got the address that it's going to. I mean, if somebody were to fraudulently do this and call Walmart, what other details is Walmart going to ask them for? Nothing. I mean, what do you want? What are they going to ask for, your social security number? No. These are the most details they're going to ask for. And Phil just leaked all of that on stream. And again, Phil's judgment is very clouded here because he was promised 20 gifted subs. Well, I shouldn't even say that because the person wasn't even asking for the receipt as far as I know. They just want to know that he got one. So, yeah, all around stupid move. But let's get to today's stream because I just wanted to provide a little background context because Phil might spin this story in a way that isn't factually true.
We hit the goal, so that's great. Now we hit 30 goals hit, which means we're doing the Chipotle DSP tries it today. All right. And then basically around 9:45-ish. All right. I logged off. And I said, all right, I got to get going. Now, a few things actually happened that you guys aren't aware of. Number one, because I bought the 2 Switch 2s, one of them went to my bank account, and I tried to do it for the second one, and my bank account thought it was a fraudulent transaction and froze my account. So I had to contact the bank to get the account unfrozen. It was really stupid, okay? The other one, I went through a different payment method, all right? That's how I got both Switch 2s. So actually the orders were a little staggered. One checked out at one point and one checked out at another point via different payment methods, okay?
Which is also a really shitty thing to do, right? Phil's talking about how he hates scalpers. He's not going to buy from a scalper. But you essentially are one. It's one per person or per household. I don't know what the exact terminology is. But, you know, other people would like one too, Phil. You and your wife don't need 2 Nintendo Switch 2s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just as bad as the people who buy them all up because you're so greedy for money. You're so greedy for things that concern you. You don't think about anybody else. I tried to order one last night and I was not successful, so fuck you, Phil. I don't really care for the Switch 2, but I would have ordered one just to have it because, you know, Mario Kart's pretty cool, but it was more of an impulse thing because everybody was all trying to do it, and I was like, hey, you know what, let me see if I can get through and order one.
So as soon as the stream went offline, I had to sit and wait on hold, all right, for like 40 minutes with my bank to get the bank account unfrozen so that I could do other things and pay bills and things, okay? So as that's happening, I'm doing other things. I actually filmed the daily wrap, and the first daily wrap I filmed was like triumphant. Wow, what a great day. We had an amazing stream of Oblivion and we hit my goals. We built the Lego and we hit the goals. I got my Switch 2's pre.
So it was an amazing day because you hit the goals. Was it just like a fun day with your audience where you did all these cool things? It was because you hit the goals.
Amazing day. So I finished recording that, all right? And I was actually about to start like uploading while I was on hold with my bank. And all of a sudden, I get an email and it says, you have successfully canceled your order.
I'm confused here though, because he's saying that the order didn't go through, but it's on hold because his card didn't go through, which means the transaction never processed. And you only have a certain amount of time to order these things, I would assume. So why wouldn't Walmart just cancel your order and give it to the next person whose card actually goes through? I don't know. It seems weird to me here, but...
And I said, what? And I started reading the email from Walmart, and it says, congratulations, you have successfully canceled your Switch 2 pre-order. And I looked at it, and it was the first Switch 2. The one that was the base unit, not the bundle, but the first one that I had checked out and paid for. And I said, obviously, I did not do that. So the first thing I did is I logged in to my account, okay? The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way, all right? So I have all these backups, these, safeguards so that I can log into things multiple different avenues.
What does that mean? You're logged into things on multiple devices, or you just have things like two-factor authentication enabled on your devices so nobody can get in there? Because if that's the case, then all you're doing is proving that nobody got into your account without your permission. So nobody was in your Walmart account, which we're about to hear.
So I logged into my Walmart account to find out that someone had access to it, okay? And I could tell because they changed the password on the account, okay? In addition, they started messing with the account, meaning they were adding and removing things to my cart. So I'm thinking, how could this possibly have happened? All right. And as I'm doing that, trying to figure it out, they canceled my second Switch 2 pre-order right in front of me. And I'm like, wow, well, this is pretty messed up. So, of course, I try to contact customer support. And I tried to get them on the phone, and I'm not even kidding.
See, I think this part where he was watching somebody in his account cancel the shit right in front of his eyes is a lie. And we'll only know with time because Phil tends to slip up with his lies. So 6 months down the road, 4 months, a year, 2 years, the truth will come out why this pre-order was actually canceled and what happened. I mean, partially. He'll never fully admit to the truth, but like... he tends to slip up with his lies over time. He'll say something now, and then down the line, he'll slip up for the real reason, or just, lie again, give another excuse as to why this happened. But only time will tell with this guy.
They hang up on you. You call and you get to the automated system, and you go through, and you say, okay, I want to talk to a rep because none of your automated options are going to help me here. And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. And then the phone hangs up. And I tried it 3 different times in a row, and that's how they treat you on the line. They hang up on you at Walmart.
Both of my pre-orders were just canceled. This is unacceptable. My name's Philip Burnell. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm sorry, who is this? Philip Burnell. And then they're just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Or it's a detractor, and they're the detractor that works for Walmart customer service over in India or something. You know what's funny is you always search DSP on YouTube if you like really wanted to search DSP. There's a lot of Indian videos with DSP's name. So, maybe they are aware who he is and they all hate him because he floods the DSP search term on YouTube for them.
Do you see why I don't like to do business with Walmart? And I've said this before, they're just a really bad company to deal with. So I ended up going...
What did they do wrong? I don't think that it's their fault somebody got into your account. If somebody got into your account, it's because you fucked up. You got a weak password. You don't have two-factor authentication. You leaked your order details online. I don't think any of this has to do with Walmart.
To their chat service, okay? And going through their chat service, of course, you talk to someone at a customer service center on the other side of the planet, but they're doing their best to help you. So I start to explain the situation, all right? And of course, they're utterly confused. They don't know if I'm contacting them to complain about the orders canceled. They don't know if I'm contacting them to find out how someone has access to my account. So they're
Because you're probably flipping out on them, dude. You're probably calling them mouth rulers and dunces while you're on the phone.
Head is spinning, and this is just someone in a call center who's trying to help me basically with a notebook or step-by-step instruction fact on how to deal with customers, and they don't have any idea how they're supposed to help me. Okay, they don't. So basically, they had to go get their supervisor involved. And after a lengthy discussion, here's what we verified. Someone contacted Walmart basically saying they were me. They had my name, my address, my phone number, my email, public information. Not that that should be public information. It shouldn't, but it
True. But when you leak it on the internet yourself, it kind of is.
is because people doxed me 10 years ago, right? My address and phone number were doxed by trolls on the internet a long, long time ago, and it never should have been public information, but it is. Okay? So, should Walmart have been able to grant access to a third party with that information? No, and I confirmed that. They absolutely should never have done that.
But I don't think this is true. Personally, I think that somebody got his information on the doc stream, they called the customer service line, and they canceled it. Or what happened is Walmart was like, your card declined, or you're ordering 2 per household to get delivered to the same place under the same name, and so we're canceling them because we don't encourage scalping. I mean, who knows? Like, the thing is, like I said earlier, you won't actually know the truth. Maybe it'll come out via Phil, because only Phil knows. And most likely, I think he slipped up and he doxed himself, and he doxed his order number, and that's what it is.
It should have only been done via the methods that I have set up, including, like a text message code or an email to a different unassociated email address with a confirmation code, or using a third-party app to have a specialty authenticity code, all these methods. But someone who works at Walmart wasn't that smart and said, oh, I'll just believe you. And they sent the person through, I think it was like a chat, the authorization code, which you're not supposed to do. So my account was socially engineered. Because when people say, what does social engineering mean? It means that despite the fact that you have things in place to stop unauthorized access, some moron does the wrong thing because they believe a lie. Someone says they're someone else, and with very basic information tries to prove it, and an employee is...
But here's the thing. Who are you going to believe, right? Are you going to believe this story that Phil had all the security, 2-factor authentication, and some moron at Walmart just gave it to someone in a chat? Or are you going to believe the more logical story where this guy leaked all his public information online last night when he was ordering it or placed the order, and people got it that way? Like, what logically makes more sense? And at the end of the day, Walmart doesn't have your social security number or anything, dude. All the information you shared on stream last night is almost all the information that they'll need, right? I mean, someone could say that they don't have access to that email anymore, and they give them all this information, and Walmart's going to go based on the information that's provided. I mean, they don't, like I said, they don't collect your social security number or other private information on you. Dude, you screwed yourself.
Just dumb enough to believe it and does something they're not supposed to do, granting access to that unauthorized party. So someone was sent a code that they were not supposed to be sent. They then logged into my account. They canceled the 2 Switch 2 pre-orders. They changed the password on the account. And then they were in the process of adding things to cart because they were going to try to buy things that I didn't want to screw with my money.
Listen, even if this is a shitty thing that happened, you can only feel so bad for this guy. He tried to buy 2 Switches. He leaked it all on the internet to show off that he actually got it. Didn't even try to blur anything out. He just straight up showed his email page. You can only feel so bad for somebody. And I don't.
Okay? So, basically, I got control of the account.
Yeah, I like this guy, Tangy Savory Seasoning, says, show us the email that said your password has changed. I mean, you're comfortable enough showing your email the order confirmation, so show us somewhere that it's your account information was changed last night.
How, through the real methods that you're supposed to use, I was able to change the password, and by setting up another level of authorization, it kicked them out. So they don't have access anymore. They were literally like removed, kicked out, timed out of their session on the account.
The way that he even talks about this and his movements and his head movements and how his eyes look, I'm just pay attention. He's crazy. He's just mentally tapped. This right here is the thought process, the mannerisms of somebody who's mentally unwell.
Now I have access and ownership of the Walmart account again. Not that it makes any difference, because of course, once all of that happened, I said to the customer service, well, what do we do now? And they said, there's nothing we can do. Switch 2 sold out. You're out of luck. The best we can do is give you a credit on your account, which they did. They actually gave me a credit against my account. Like, what's the point of that? I'm not getting the Switch 2. So for your inconvenience, here's a credit to your account.
Which is more than they had to do. They didn't have to give you jack shit, dude. You shot yourself in the foot here. There's no way around it. Like, he's acting like some cybersecurity expert hacked into his account, canceled his pre-orders, and there was nothing he could do. Well, yeah, Phil, there's a lot you could have done.
And we'll let you know when the Switch 2 is back in stock so that you can order it. That's what they said. Oh, well, we'll put you on the list and you'll get a notification from us when the Switch 2 comes back in stock. So let me get this straight. Someone at your company is a dumbass.
I hate when he goes.
And through completely illegal means, granted access to my personal account and information, even though they weren't supposed to. And the thing you're going to do for me is give me a few bucks. Wow, that sounds like a real way to treat the customer, doesn't it? But
Yeah,
again,
that's good
I am
customer
the
service.
exception to the rule. I am the person who has this stuff happen.
Poor me. I doxed myself. I leaked everything. Why me? This always happens to me. I'm Dark Side Phil. Nothing ever goes my way. Dude, you're such a fucking victim.
99.9999999% of the populace, this would never happen. And by the way, for the record,
Because everybody is smarter. 99% of the populace is smarter than Dark Side Phil, apparently.
this person was trying to do this from the moment that I ordered the Switch 2s, which was around 9 p.m., till past 10 p.m. Like, it took them a while to find someone who was gullible enough to believe them and give them access to the account. They had been trying to do it for over an hour before they finally found the sucker who believed them. So probably they did this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and kept backing out and trying again until finally they found someone stupid enough.
Does anyone believe this? Because I don't. Anyway, I'm going to get past this and let's get to some more seething.
I am going to say something, and I've had enough of this shit, okay? Since last night,
By the way, these are the tears of Dark Side Phil.
I announced that this had happened to me, okay? Every motherfucker on the planet is trying to blame me, all right? You showed an email. You showed an order number. You said it was Walmart. You said it was... Now, listen. Again, I will admit this. I should have just gone offline to do this. I never should have said I got it from Walmart. I never should have done any of that. I should have said, I'm going to pre-order, and I'll be back. And I should have just ran break stuff, break music and slides, instead of sitting here doing it and telling you guys the process, because I thought it was kind of exciting, and you guys were excited to see if I was going to get it or not, right? So I thought it would be good content, and it was good content, quite frankly. People liked it who were on the stream.
Dude, you sat there ordering from a website and nobody could even... I mean, not that anybody really needed to see it, but like, dude, that's not good content. I'm sorry. If you think that's good content, you need to go watch other content creators because it's pathetic.
But God forbid that I make good content, right? Because I'm not allowed.
I guess God did forbid you from making good content. You're right.
I do that, I'm at risk. And this is the point I keep making to you guys. This is why I can't go film in my house. I can't do IRL vlogging. I can't do any of that shit because that stuff is an actual risk. So
How does like going to your kitchen compromise private information and personal safety? I mentioned this last time and people had even corrected me. It's like he claims that he can't go film other locations of his house because then people will get the house layout. People are crazy and they'll figure things out and mess him up. But apparently, and I haven't confirmed this, when he first moved to Washington, he did a house tour online on YouTube so you could see the layout of his house. So I don't understand why this is even a thing right now, but maybe that was years ago and we all were supposed to forget about that.
fact that I sat here saying, oh, I'm pre-ordering from Walmart. Oh, here's the confirmation email. That literally put me at risk because they could socially engineer the account. All right. Now,
No, dude, because if I sat here right now and I'm on a live stream and I go, guys, I just got my pre-order for the Switch 2. Hell yeah. How is anyone going to socially engineer that? I mean, sure, if I went and I was like, guys, I just got the Switch 2 from Walmart, check the email out and show the order number and everything. Yeah, I could see that.
All the moronic shit that the tinfoil hat wearing idiots are saying, go fuck yourselves. All right? No,
Okay.
Walmart didn't cancel my pre-orders because I ordered 2 Switches. And
Dude, I will gladly go fuck myself, and while I do it, I'll drink your tears. It's kind of weird, huh?
there's a 1 Switch per household policy. That never happened. No, 100% fucking false. It was outright canceled by someone who had access to my account. They were adding shit to my cart and they changed my password, you dumb fucks. All right? You and your fucking insane, let's blame.
But somebody still got access to your account because you were lacking somewhere, Phil. You fucked up somewhere, buddy, because it was easy enough for anyone to get in. And I wonder how that happened.
Phil in every situation. And even on top of that, anyway, it's still a crime that was committed. Even if I told you I ordered from Walmart, it's still a fucking crime to impersonate someone's identity. It's called identity fraud, identity theft.
Yeah, I don't agree with this. Or I'm sorry. I agree with this that it is a crime. I don't agree with this. I agree with that. I agree with Phil's statement here. This is a crime and I don't condone it. But you're the dummy who let it happen. You're the dummy who put it all out there for anybody to see. So, like, at the end of the day, it's wrong, but you're wrong for enabling it. It's like me going into my credit card statement or something on stream and, like, showing you my account information and someone giving it to my credit card company being like, I'm this person. It's still illegal. It's a scummy thing for them to do. But I'm the dumbass who showed all these details on stream for somebody to come grab and do.
It's a fucking federal crime. And this is like the 10th time it's happened to me. This happened to me with accounts years ago, and that's why I had to redo my entire fucking bank account and all of that shit. It happened with my utilities. Now it happens again. This social engineering and identity fraud is a
Jeez, it's almost like you're not that smart if this happens to you over and over.
huge fucking problem, and no one out there is equipped to handle it. None of these companies understand the level that people will go to fuck with someone just because they're mentally ill.
Phil, people don't fuck with you because you're mentally ill. I know that's not what he's saying, but people don't fuck with you because you're mentally ill, Phil. It just contributes to the fun.
So they have no.
I don't fuck with Phil because he's mentally ill. I don't know if Phil's mentally ill. I'm not saying that I'm fucking with Phil. I'm simply disagreeing with the points that he's making, and I think that Phil is lying here. And now I have to come up with my therapist voice because I have to backtrack, and that's unfortunate.
Real safeguards against it. At any moment, any employee of any company could be a moron and grant access to all of your shit. Even if you have 1-factor, 2-factor, 3-factor, 7-factor authorization, you have apps that authorize, it doesn't matter.
Well, no, they actually does, because if they were like, well, if you want to change the email address on this account, can you please read back the 2-factor authentication code you were sent on your mobile phone? And then Phil would be able to pick up his phone and go, blah, 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 blah. So clearly you didn't have that set up. If somebody's just willing to give your account away to somebody else, you clearly didn't have good security on it, dude. How would somebody have been able to fake the 2-factor authentication code or the email code that you were sent for them to confirm that this is you?
They say, oh, okay, I believe you. Here's a code. Go ahead. There's nothing you can do. So what I have to do moving forward, I know how insane this sounds. From now on, I literally have to not make anything public that involves anything like this. Bill's going to do a pre-order.
Well, that's horrible for you because that means you have actually zero content because the only content that you had before was just sharing these personal details.
All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll be back. It's insane. And again, oh, well, this is Phil's fault. How? How is it my fault exactly? Tell me how someone actually committing a crime is my fault. Oh, you showed an email. What's your fucking point, you incredible mouth drooler? You incredible brainless twit. So what if I showed an email? That doesn't give someone the right to impersonate me, say that they're me, fool a customer service rep into thinking they're me to get access to my account, cancel orders, put things in my car, and change my password. That's all illegal.
You are 100% correct. And there's so much cybercrime out there, and there's so much people looking to steal your information on the internet that you're the dummy who decided to show all this personal information, right? In a world that you need to be super secure right now, you're just gonna act like, nothing's my fault. Somebody got access to my stuff. I wasn't careful enough, but it's not my fault. How is it my fault that I gave out all the information that somebody needed to go in and pretend to be me? Like, dude, be smarter next time. This is second grade level stuff.
You fucking moron.
He must have been looking in his webcam or looking at OBS where it's showing his face back to him when he was like, you fucking moron. He was talking to himself. I don't know.
So, what does this mean? How do I proceed? And what do we do? Okay? Well, first off, the pre-orders are all done. Just for the record, it's sold out everywhere. You couldn't even get Target to work. I had it in my cart at Target. It never worked. It just
Actually, GameStop, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. They were doing pre-orders for the Switch 2 today, but Phil is probably still sleeping.
air it out endlessly and you could never buy it. Best Buy didn't work. They didn't launch at 9 p.m. like they were supposed to. They launched at like 9:20, 9:30. It aired out repeatedly, and almost no one could get it from there either. Okay? I tried GameStop this morning. Their website wouldn't even work. I tried the app. Their app aired out, and by the time that it finally loaded again, it just said, oh, not available. So I can't buy it through official means. And the thing is, I want to. You have to understand something, all right? I wanted to buy the Switch 2.
He did not, though. Here's the thing. He didn't care about any of the games. He only wanted to kind of play Mario Kart. The whole point of him buying the Switch 2 was for the views. He wanted to unbox this on release day for the views because he knows that he would get all these clicks. People would come check out his channel because he was unboxing it and showing it off because it's on a high demand thing. A lot of people won't be able to get it. He has no interest in actually playing with it or using it. The only reason he bought 2, which could be for Cat, but I think more than likely it was going to be a backup or one that maybe he would try to scalp. I don't know how Phil would scalp things and get away with it because he's dark side Phil and yeah, maybe eBay. But it's almost like he had nefarious intentions here when he did this. So I don't remember where I was going with that. Let's just keep watching.
had every intention of paying my own hard-earned money to get the Switch 2.
My own hard-earned money. You're going to say that in front of the people who are giving you all of your hard-earned money when you hardly earn it? I think he meant my hardly earned money. That's what Phil meant to say here. When, I bought it with my hardly earned money.
These crazy criminals, these mentally stunted morons, are the reasons why I can't just do normal shit through normal means like everyone else. That's all I wanted to do was just buy a Switch so I could do it.
I say this all the time. He blames these people for being so mentally ill and obsessed with him, but never takes a second to be like, why do these people think this way about me? Why am I such an asshole that people demonize me and they villainize me? It's like, all you got to do, Phil, is go look on some detractor channels. Look at the names of their videos. You don't even have to watch them. And you'll see why people don't like you. People don't like the begging that you do. People don't like you holding games as hostage over people's heads when you're a video game streamer. Everything you do, you treat people like garbage. You call them mouth drillers. You call them imbeciles. You call them stupid, mentally stunted. You use these terms for half your viewer base.
As a launch coverage like I am entitled to as a content creator, like every other human who has money, I should have been able to do it. But instead, I have to have federal crimes committed against me. All right? So I don't know what else to say. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. So number one, I'm just gonna
listen. Not only can I have only so much sympathy for somebody who tried to buy multiple, right? But I only have so much sympathy when you look at things like the bankruptcy and you see that this guy managed to wipe out $500,000 in debt for his business for a guy who sat in his office and did nothing and didn't upgrade anything, didn't buy anything. And you wonder, where'd all these expenses come from, right? This guy managed to rack up $500,000 or somewhere in that ballpark in expenses that he couldn't pay back. And then probably the taxpayers or somebody had to foot the bill for this. I'm sure we did in some way, right? Nobody feels bad for you. You're a 17-year successful content creator that went through bankruptcy like 4 or 5 years ago. It's not success, dude. The only success that you've had recently was Kino Casino, and that's clearly dying off. Your view count's horrible. Anyway.
I'm going to tell you this, all right? I'm going to make this abundantly clear. No longer am I going to listen to or entertain any moron or idiot who says, Phil, you over...
What was that? Do you see his eyes closed for like 10 seconds? Look at this.
Tell you this, all right? I'm going to make this abundantly clear. No longer am I going to listen to or entertain any moron or idiot who says, Phil, you over-exaggerate. Phil, you make stuff up. Phil, you do this for sympathy.
Listen, Habib just sent him a 50 € super chat saying he feels bad for him. Get fucked, dude, because this guy deserves everything that happens to him. No, I'm not condoning crimes against this guy, but the guy dug his own grave here. The guy did stupid actions and then had stupid consequences happen. It's unfortunate. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, as everybody's been saying.
You do this because you want free shit. I don't want anyone to donate anything to me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I wanted to buy the Switch 2 last night. That ability to just make an actual commercial transaction was taken away from me.
And you tried to take it away from other people by buying multiple. Fuck you.
I wasn't saying, hey, everyone, please buy me a Switch 2. Please donate a Switch 2. No, I wanted to buy it, and they wouldn't let me. Do you get it?
You gonna
How
cry?
fucked up that is?
He's gonna
I
cry.
work hard. People support my content because they like it. I earn money that I should be able to spend on whatever I want. I shouldn't have to worry about pussyfooting around, being incredibly afraid that I say or do something that might jeopardize myself or my family's privacy, or have someone commit a federal crime.
Oh my God, how many times are we going to hear this? All right, I'm going to move forward a little. He's crying.
So
bro.
enough with your,
crying.
oh, Phil deserves it. Phil showed the email. Phil said he bought it from Walmart. Phil ordered 2 Switches. You're fucking stupid. You're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Kiss my fucking hairy ass. Someone went out.
Can you imagine Kat being in the other room listening to this, being like, "Fuck you, dumb motherfuckers! Kiss my hairy ass!"
Of their way to commit a federal crime to stop me from covering the launch of the Switch 2, and now it's time to fucking suffer. Because here's why you're gonna suffer, you dumb fuck. You ready for this? Why do you think I have been around for 17 years? Do you think?
Because you can't get a job, you have no transferable skills. Life really got you down after getting laid off from the helicopter place, and you picked up a camcorder, and that was the best or most effort you could put into something. I don't know, because you haven't had a job in like 20-something years. You play video games all day, and you just melt your brain away doing nothing but drink. These are my assumptions. Are they true? In my opinion, yes.
Think it was chance? Do you think it was coincidence? Do you think that for some reason I just magically stayed? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I'm still here after 17 years is one fucking word: perseverance. Get it? I don't give up. I don't fail or falter. I don't fall down on my knees crying, "Oh my God, it's all over. They got me." Instead, when people...
Dude, I agree with the YouTube chat. Phil is so down in the dumps today. I'm so glad he showed us his address last night, because I had already mailed him a spoon this morning.
Fuck with me, I use that as motivation to continue forward positively, to keep sticking to my guns, to keep doing what I know is the right thing to do. And that's why people still care about Darkside Phil in 2025. It's not because I sold out and became a shill like one.
I mean, let's see how many people care about Darkside Phil in 2025. Let's take a look at Phil's Twitter. Look at all his fans coming for him. All these fans running to Phil's side here. Let's see. So this is when he found out that someone broke the law and impersonated him and screwed him out of his Switch 2. Oh, look, that's me. I commented on this. Let's see. Anybody on his defense? Wait, where's all Phil's friends? All right, let's go to the next post. Maybe all the trolls are just in this one. So So many people care about him. I don't understand why there's so many haters. Where's River Rejection? Where are these people coming to his defense? I thought he had tons of fans. Can you imagine being this guy? Sorry, I was looking at the PWR thing. Can you imagine being this guy, right? You have 27,000 followers and not one person comes to your defense in the comments. Everybody's just dumping on you. Everybody is dumping on you. It's Dark Side Phil. Where are his fans? Where are all the people that care about him? They're not in his comments because, yeah, it's clear. All right. Just a heads up, this right here, this 12:10 is how much I skipped ahead because I don't know where I left off at, but it was probably a good 20 minutes and he's still coping.
Positive stuff to do today, right? We've got the premiere of Claire Obscure. We've got Minecraft. We've got DSP Tries It. We got a whole bunch of fun stuff going on today. So I'm not going to sit here and be, oh, I'm so sad or whatever, you know. Nah.
The only thing that's actually got his hopes up today is he's getting his Chipotle that he's been asking for like 5 days.
I'm going to have fun with you guys on the internet today. We're going to have a great time together. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. Okay? Positive, fun, meaningful content.
Then what was that negative 40 minutes we just had of you calling people fucking morons?
I eat Chipotle today. For the first time in like 11 years, Chipotle time. Live on DSP Tries It. We get to try this new honey chicken. I'm excited for that.
I have a hard time believing the guy that eats fast food all the time hasn't had Chipotle in 11 years.
What they're being told is real. They just care that they get a laugh out of it and they feel like they're part of a social movement on the internet because in real life, they're antisocial. They don't have friends, family, anything of meaning. This is how they get.
Neither do you. You have your wife. Like, this is the same guy that sat here, what was it, on Easter? And was like, you can celebrate this stuff any day. The same with his anniversary. It's just a day. You can celebrate it any time. Well, you would say that if you have no family, because most of the time, if you had family and friends, you would know that they also have those days off. And people work and people are busy. So, yes, the day matters because most people can only get together because it's a celebration. It's not just a day where anybody, you know, that's something somebody says when they sit at home with their wife on Christmas Day and that's their family dinner. You know, it's just him and his wife. Because they've cut all the family out of their lives. They don't bother to go visit their parents. They move across the country, whatever the situation is. It matters. You're just coping here, dude. You're self-reflecting because you don't have friends or family or anything like that. And you even said this on Kino Casino. The closest thing you have are acquaintances, which are probably neighbors that you wave to. And they're like, there's that strange guy in the Nintendo shirt walking down the street again.
Their actual feeling of worth every day is to go...
You know what's been pissing me off? And this is a side note. It has nothing to do with anything. His goatee looking thing, it's so patchy right here. And he says it's because of gray hairs, but it just looks like he shaved half of his goatee off every time
to
he
a
talks.
hate mob online and attack Darkside Phil. Think about how fucked up that is. What kind of a miserable existence you must have on this planet if you're one of those people. Okay.
All right. I'm going to leave it off here. There may be more to cover. I'll probably drop a video tomorrow, if anything, maybe not, because I'm sure there'll be more DSP drama or somebody else in this lolcow universe or something. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. Appreciate ya. Peace.